You're right kids, it's Ross Clark. I finally compiled all of the Fear Evolved information for you guys so I can tell you how to tame and obtain everything in Fear Evolved. I think this is going to be a long video, so I will put timestamps in guys so you can flick through to the parts that you need. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, drop a like. Along the way, I will note admin codes for every single item as well. So this is the most comprehensive guide you are going to find. Let's get into it. So first off, the Dodorex, where to find it and why it's worth finding it and taking it down. Well, you're going to need to head to the island, and on every third night, you'll see a different full moon in the shape of a Dodorex. And at the stroke of midnight, you should get a message telling you that the Dodorex has spawned. From that moment on, you've got until daylight to track it down, find it and kill it, which can be a difficult task, just finding it alone. So you may want to recruit a few people on the hunt and search in separate areas across the map. It took me a long time in super admin mode just to track it down myself. But here it is, the Dodorex, and it's a monster. In some funny pun by Wildcard, I'm sure, it's got 66666 health. So you're going to need some serious melee dinos to take this down. And don't forget, there'll be a little army of zombie dodos chasing you around at the same time. But don't kill the zombie dodos guys, because you'll find out in just a moment why. So upon killing the Dodorex, you'll get some nice rare Chibis that I'll address later, as well as being able to claim all of the zombie dodos that are still alive. And if you're lucky enough to keep all of them alive, you've got a serious gang of zombie dodos that don't take no fuss. The Dodorex can of course be admin spawned and ridden, and it's a bit of a chief with some nice tasty flamey breath. So on to the Dodowyvern, where you're going to find it on Scorched Earth, and it's the same principle as the island, that you've got to wait until midnight on every third day and get hunting. Now I found this in the Wyvern trench. I'm not 100% on if it definitely spawns there every time, but look at the size of this, and look at all of the zombie wyverns defending it as well. Jeez. And it's got some serious health to take down. 2.6 million health. But kids, there's a reason you want to kill this one, because upon its death, as well of course as obtaining some more rare Chibis, all of those zombie wyverns are now yours to claim. And better yet guys, they're yours to keep beyond the Fear Evolved event. Claiming them on the other hand can be a bit of a game, but you might get lucky and they may not aggro on anything. And if you manage not to kill any of them, you can come away with a nice dozen load of zombie wyverns. The Dodowyvern can also be admin spawned, but you have to spawn this one in wild and force tame it. And it's a pretty epic, monolithic beast to control, being able to shoot out lightning and fire and have a chiefy jump. So here's a quick overview on the zombie wyverns that you'll be able to get and keep. The zombie fire wyvern that does indeed breathe fire, the zombie lightning wyvern, and the poison lightning wyvern. All three variants of your three favourite wyverns coming at you to keep forever. Have I said that enough times? And now the new addition to Fear Evolved for Ghost Dinos. Yes, they are around, they're roaming around in the wild, and there's a few of them, but they're pretty rare to find, but will spawn in similar locations to their normal wild variants. Sadly, you can't tame them, but you do want to kill them, because if you do, you'll get a pretty cool skin. And here's the rundown on the ghost skins that are available for you. You've got of course the Ghost Rex, the Ghost Reaper, which is a favourite of mine, the Ghost Owl, the Ghost Basilisk, the Bulldog, the Mantis, and the Direwolf. Now, you want some skins, some emotes. There's a few things you're going to need, guys. Firstly, you're going to need to look for these gravestones popping up all over the shop. All you've got to do is access its inventory and take the stolen headstone. You'll also find pumpkin patches that, of course, give you pumpkins, and scarecrows that, would you believe it, give you scarecrows. But you're going to need something else, guys. Dinosaur bones. And you can only find them by hunting and tracking down the bone variant dinos around the map. And there's a few of them, such as the pretty mean Gigantosaurus. And once dead, you'll be able to take its bones. And of course, their skins. Every bone variant has a bone skin for you to put on your tames. And there's a few. There's the Quetzal, the Jerboa, the Wyvern, the Bronto, the Stego, the Trike, the Raptor, the Rex, and the Carno, with the latter few being alpha variants, so are going to be a little challenge to take down. Oh, and a side note, guys, you'll notice there are candy corn drops all about on every single map. Most of them are pretty weak in their offerings, but some of them will grant you some cheeky dino candy to give your dinos a lick of paint. So once you've got all of those items I just told you about, you're going to need a cooking pot. And if you go into the holiday menu, you'll notice a nice long list of things that you can now craft with all of those items. And what can you craft? Well, there's a few emotes. There's that many emotes that Wildcard have made a new separate sub menu for it. Returning again, you've got the panic emote, a thriller dance emote, the zombie, and new to this year, a knock knock. And a jump scare emote. There's a few new cosmetic clothes to boot, as well of course as the returning headless skin and hockey mask, with a few others to mention. However, my character's not female, so I can't wear female clothes. Now, Chibis. There are a few Chibis added to the roster for this Fear Evolved event. I did try to craft them in the cooking pot, but it doesn't appear that you can get any of the new Chibis this way, unless the RNG is just that bad. So there's only one way to do it, and that's by killing the Dodowyvern or Dodorex, which will offer you the new Chibis. And here they are. There's the zombie wyvern. There's the bone wyvern. The trike. The stego. The rex. The raptor. Quetzal. Jerboa. The chiefy bone Gigantosaurus, the big-headed Carno, and the meh Bronto. And that's it, guys. That's the list of everything in Fear Evolved 4. Please do drop a comment below and let me know if this was any good for you. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe. My name's Ross Clark, and as always, peace out.